All right, what is up, you guys? Again, another YouTube video. Today, we're gonna focus on galactic politics. This is something you guys been wanting me to talk about, and I've been getting a lot of questions related to extraterrestrials, in which I'm like, okay, we just got to make a video about this because there's so much layers upon layers upon layers that people are having a hard time understanding. Let me get comfortable. Whew. Let's do this. Yeah, we're gonna get into so much, but right now let's start with the Arcturian shield. Now, I call it a shield. It is not necessarily a shield. It's more like a barrier, like a boundary. But essentially, it is a technology that tracks whenever people come in or off the planet. And this is something the Arcturians put in place. And I say specifically Arcturian because you already know the Arcturians are very logical beings. And the Federation has this law in place of non-interference. So you cannot interfere with another society or species evolution because you're messing with their free will. So you can't help another civilization unless they ask for it or they really are in danger in a way that, you know, they can't help themselves. Like, for example, if reptilians are evolved, then these ETs will get involved. I say the Arcturians because they put in place that, you know what, we're going to keep track of anybody who comes in and out. If they leave, we're going to know. And if anybody goes in or off, we are going to know. And you are going to get shot down if you do not have authorized access to Earth, which makes total sense when you look at it. Like, think about it. If we were an advanced civilization and there was a primitive planet in which the beings didn't even know other beings off the planet exist, we would create some sort of the same thing, same technology to make sure that we track whoever comes in and out, because there will be beings in the galaxy who take advantage of the fact that beings are young and that they're just the beginning of their civilization's growth. They're very young civilization, and a lot of beings will take advantage of that, which is why this technology was put in place. And I don't know what it's called. Honestly, I don't know what it's called. I just know that it's put in place so that, you know, beings don't come in or out without permission. Now, I want to talk a little bit about why this law of non-interference was put in place. Now, look at way back in galactic history. Now, I know a lot of you may not understand galactic history totally, which we will go into lessons about galactic history on this YouTube channel. Whenever dark beings have done anything in the galaxy, they don't care about laws and what's good for people. They just take whatever the hell they want. And that is how they live. Whenever there is a new civilization, it's a baby civilization who's just starting out, they're literally babies. If the Draconians were to pull up and see these beings, they'd be like, easy snack, right? We could take them as slaves. We could take their whole civilization. Whatever the hell we want, we would do. We could look at that, but now let's look at the positive side of it. So say beings were to come in and to give to the people. They were to just give everything. It's like, oh, here, you want technology? Here. You want this? Here's wisdom. Oh, you want this? Here. And they just give people everything. I know you think that's going to be something good and positive, but really it's the complete opposite. It's actually of detriment. So when you are helping another civilization, you aren't allowing them to go on their own track and build their own species in their own way. It's like when you look at Jamaicans. Jamaicans are a mixture of a bunch of different African cultures and the Native American cultures that were on the island during that time. So Jamaicans weren't necessarily allowed to build their own culture, right? They had influences from Chinese immigrants, Indian immigrants, of their African ancestors, of the Native American beings, or I should say people that were there. Everybody has the free will to choose how they want to live their life and where they want to go. So when humans decided to make contracts with Draconians, okay, let's just use that as an example. The Galactic Federation's like, well, we can't do anything to help you because you chose to do that, right? You chose to create this pact with them. So now we can help you out with things, but you did that. We warned you. And now, you got to live with that, right? We'll help you if you want it in some way, but we're not going to do it for you. That is one big thing with the law of non-interference that I want all people to know of, because people be like, oh, why don't they come and help us? Why do they see racism in it? Everything humans are going through right now, all the other beings in the galaxy have went through as well. They've went through stages of racism. They've went through stages of financial instability. They went through stages of sexism. All of this stuff that we're going through right now is what they've all been through. And they can help us, but they can't do it for us. So they can't just come here and be like, oh, and just end racism on the spot, because that is a problem that our civilization has to face, just like all other civilizations. And we decide how we want to handle it and how we want to go about our ideologies and rules and understandings, what we want to put in place for ourselves. So the law of non-interference is something that I want people to understand, so then they don't sit here and think that ETs aren't helping us, that they're actually negative. Oh, that's one big thing I keep hearing a lot about, is how the Galactic Federation is actually negative. Listen, bruh, listen. It depends who you talk to. You go talk to a dark being, they'll say, yeah, the Galactic Federation's negative and they need to go. But then it'll be the opposite if you talk to the Federation. Actually, the Federation won't even say anything negative. They'll just be like, okay, yes, they're low vibrational, but they're not bad. They will just do low vibrational things. And we are here to make sure that everybody has, that their free will is not tampered with, and that they get to choose which path they want to go, and that imbalance is not made in the galaxy. Point blank, period. That is how the Galactic Federation sees things, and that's how I want everybody to start understanding how these beings work. Next topic, I want to talk about human power. Now, humans are immensely powerful because of our energy. We already know humans are a mix of so many different extraterrestrials. Look at all the races that we have on Earth, or all the variations of human. There's variations of ETs that look like that. There's black ETs, there's Indian looking ETs, white, but whatever you see here, there's an ET that looks like that. Let's start with that basic understanding. Humans are not just powerful because of the capability of their DNA and the complexity of their DNA and the diversity of it, but as well as what kind of power that grants them. For example, like emotional power. Humans are deeply emotional creatures, but they're also very warrior-like, and ETs see humans as very primitive because they're quick to fight. And I find that funny because that is so human. Like, humans just are ready to fight, and that's the first thing they run to when they feel in danger. It's either run or fight. That is a very primitive concept that we will get out of soon. But humans are very emotional creatures. And emotion is energy, and energy is power. Some ETs out there, they've lost the capability of being able to emotionally interact deeply with the quantum realm. Like emotionless. They don't have emotions anymore. And this is something that a lot of advanced species notice they get, and then it's like their species is dying off. It's very old. Like they're very, like, just humans are basically a baby civilization, and look at these ETs as like old man or lady civilizations. Like they've been around billions of years. Okay. Some of them, they're losing their emotional touch, or it is something that they still have and cherish and understand how important it is. And you'll hear this a lot with witchcraft, that your emotions is where your power lies. The stronger your emotions are, the more powerful you are, because you are creating energetically. You are creating through quantum field energy. And so the stronger your emotion, the more powerful you are. And that is something I want people to understand as well. Last part of galactic politics I'll mention is related to the Federation telling people and the government's information and how they need to disclose stuff. So you'll notice during this time where I'm making the video that they're disclosing stuff like they've already disclosed that UFOs are real, that people around the world are calling themselves starseeds. You see that on the news. You see how they're disclosing the Galactic Federation on the news. They're doing this stuff slowly but surely, which is really good. But be aware, the Federation has told humans, especially human governments, that you need to disclose to your people the truth about everything, especially related to extraterrestrials, or we will. And the government's like, okay, all right, we'll do it. So you see, first they show ideas in movies, and then they tell the truth about how what in that movie was real or something like that, right? Like they're disclosing things a lot. They've been doing it through movies, but now they're doing it more boldly, or they put it in movies first and then they do it boldly. They're seeing how humans react. So you may see they put little things related to aliens out there a lot, and just to see how people will react. And then they know from there if they could truly tell people more of the truth or not. So they're being pressured now. 2023 is the year of disclosure, which is what the Galactic Federation calls it. And 2024 is the year when they want ETs, all the ET stuff to be known, and humanity shift into getting ETs ready to move, to come onto Earth, like first contact. And that's what they've told me. But remember, humans are predictable and unpredictable at the same damn time. So they're like, oh yeah, humans are gonna be like this, but you never know because they could also be like this, right? So humans are so predictable and unpredictable at the same time. So they want full disclosure to be like everything to be out for 2024. But again, if humans aren't ready and things don't go as planned, because of how unpredictable humans are, they'll push it back a year. 2023 is the year of disclosure, where everything's coming out as it's already happening. Major shifts, major changes, especially from March to July, which we're in the middle of right now. We're in basically the end of April. So know that is happening. It's going to be more change. And to keep evolving for yourself, understanding yourself. What is happening around Earth is very political. And this is just the surface. We just scratched the surface of this shit, bro. So if you want to get deeper, we will. We'll get into draconians. We'll get into dragons. We will get into Nordics and their cultures. Anything you guys want related to galactic politics, I will sit down and just have a raw conversation like we're having right now. I am so excited to be doing all these videos with you guys. Excited to get back in my grind, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.